Where will future Calgarians go to recreate? Let's think about this. 1.8 million people in all of the watershed. The average Canadian is spending about $4,000 a year on recreation, about $7.2 billion a year. Let's say only 20% of it is spent inside the basin. That's $1.4 billion per year. So where are they going to go? Well, some will go to Banff, some will go to Kananaskis. So here's some people heading out to Canmore, out to Banff. Some are going to do the big left-hand turn and head down to Kananaskis. But there's the greater Bragg Creek ecosystem, the closest way to get to Kananaskis. They're going to go to Bragg Creek. They're going to go to West Bragg Creek. And then the question, I think, is to consider is, as time becomes more precious, as fuel costs become higher, as people become more concerned about carbon footprint and recognizing that Bragg Creek is the closest access to Kananaskis, this could become an exceptionally busy place in terms of recreation. So to what extent does the Bragg Creek community want to capture this growing market? What are the benefits? What are the liabilities? And what qualities and natural assets would encourage them to come here? And how will it harm your natural capital? Things worth thinking about. Okay, so there's Calgary, frenetic place. I live in Calgary. As my kids know, after about 6 days in there, I get an itch to leave. You get anxious. And people need to leave, and they need to connect with nature. So someone may be up here in 50 years talking about this as the most important land use in Bragg Creek, because you now have 4 or 5 million people that need to get out of the city and commune with nature in some way. Okay, so we've now quickly looked at land use. Let's look at how it's affecting wildlife. Are we balancing the opportunities and risks? So about a week and a half ago, I'm riding a horse West Bragg Creek with a friend, and fresh grizzly track from the night before. It had been raining, and it got me thinking, okay, how are these large predators moving through the landscape, which is becoming so increasingly busy and meeting their life history requirements, and leaving people largely alone so far? And then Eric sent me a picture May 6th, not long ago, of a grizzly walking basically through the West Bragg Creek parking lot. So when you think about this network, and 220,000 people last year moved through it, it absolutely stuns me that we do not have a sobering story that's already been told about a mauling or killing. It stuns me. I don't understand, given we've got reasonably healthy cat populations and not a bad bear population, and we've got them intermixed with this many people. I just don't understand how we've been so lucky. And one of these days, we're going to hear some really bad news. And it's going to make me wonder whether or not we've really thought about these dynamics and taken all the precautions that we need